Yo, this show Swarm, this show is pretty raw and unfiltered, right? There's a lot that happens in a little bit of time. As we're introduced to Dre, who's played by Dominique Fishback, we get a really good dive into her personality, right? This is a young woman whose life priorities take a backseat for concert tickets to her favorite artist. The issue for me is that she uses the rent money, right? I know I've done some questionable things in my youth, and I probably would have done this too, but it's not the smartest move. Dre is a huge fan of this show's version of Beyonce and is a member of the equivalent of the Beehive, lovingly referred to as the Swarm. Let's start off with the good. Dominique Fishback gives a very nuanced performance and gets to flex a lot of different emotions in a little bit of time. It's a very subtle performance, but powerful as we watch a young woman struggle with mental health. Dre has a strong emotional dependency on her best friend and roommate, Marissa, who's played by Chloe Bailey. I'm really growing to enjoy Dominique's performances, especially with Swarm being another strong outing. This show is a lot more graphic than I was prepared for. Chloe Bailey doesn't have limits. And let's just say she has talent for days. Marissa and Dre have a pretty toxic relationship, with one taking advantage of the other, but it's not that simple. These two deliver the best scenes in the whole episode, especially their tender moments when they're just having one-on-one girl time and basking in their shared love of music. Dominique's switch up at the end. This falls up in the good too, because it's weird, because she remains completely calm, but is also completely frightening. I don't know what I just watched, but I am deeply disturbed. The way this scene is filmed and shot is amazing, and it's very interesting to see this scene play out from beginning to end. It delivers so much emotional impact when we get to this point, no pun intended, but it's really, really impactful. Anyway, now, of course, with everything that's good, we got to also talk about the bad. Now, there is a little bit of bad, not a lot, but a little bit. The pacing in this first episode is slow, like really, really slow. But we're watching the origin story of our protagonist. Swarm introduces Dre a slow burn, right? But things do reach a crescendo towards the end. It's not easy to make it to the end, but if you do, it's satisfying. Dominique is delivering such a powerful performance, and this show is not contrasting her performance in any way. In fact, I feel like the show is also very quiet and slow paced to go along with the performance that she's delivering. I didn't really notice much of a soundtrack or anything, and it was just raw sound and speech and powerful performances by the cast, and you have to really focus on what's happening on screen. Overall, I love Dominique and Chloe's performances in this episode. Damson Idris did his thing too, and it's a true-to-life fuckboy. I love how we see the nuanced breakdown of Dre's fragile, clinging hope and sanity, and how it just shatters. This show kind of reminds me of Gone Girl, especially when Dre snaps, and I loved her origin story. Overall, I'm giving this show a strong 7.5 out of 10 for this first episode. Anyway, that's all I have for this one. As usual, if you guys like these reviews, you want to see more, please do me a favor, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. Otherwise, gotta check you guys later. Peace.